All righty, gang. So there's an artist. He's a Batman artist. He's one of the best. Back in his day, he was so good. He actually helped the Siegel and Schuster get money for their Superman creation when they were just not making any money. It was ridiculous. So this guy has put in his bones. He's made his bones. He has proven that he is as great as his reputation. But recently, he has come down with a disease, and this disease we call TDS, or Trump derangement syndrome. And it's made it interesting. So occasionally I have to find out what is the shit that Neal Adams is saying.
Do you want to give the audience a minute to go make a quick cocktail to enjoy during this?
Do you? Yes, if you need to. If you need to.
Every time I see that photo, the banner, it's Zoolander Superman.
Okay.
Every single time.
Yeah. Now I think he's actually talking about comics now, and that would be amazing that somebody who is so tied to comics does talk about comics.
And when you say he's got a disease, the only cure should be more cowbell.
All right. Let's see. He says, comic book talk. My new Fantastic Four series, Antithesis, is written by Wade Mark, will be available this Wednesday. Yay. This story was inspired by my appreciation for Jack Kirby art, and hope you enjoy it. So there you go. He talked about comic books. All right. That's a good job, right? A comic book artist talking about comics. All right.
Why? Is he selling to him?
Well, yeah, his FF.
Well,
so the next thing, because he's a comic book artist, let's find out what else he has to say about comics. At the Washington Post, New York Times, MSNBC, ask every Republican if they accept responsibility of Putin offering money for assassinating American sons and daughters. I'm sorry, but this is old, isn't it? No, he's going over the same shit again. Where's the outrage? Ask every Republican if he or she accepts responsibility of separating, caging children from their parents. If not, who is responsible for these escapees and refugees who simply want to come to the U.S.? Ask every Republican if he or she accepts responsibility for efforts to destroy the United States mail guaranteed in the Constitution. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Okay, as a registered Republican, no. I'm sorry, but the whole cage thing, that was started under Obama. And here's the thing. Even if they did start putting in cages, Neal, I want you to go and I want you to find a picture of all these children that are being held. And I want you to pick which one that you would sacrifice to the sex industry so we don't hold them. Because what's actually happening is they're being separated from, not from their parents, but from the people who brought them, so we can actually find out if they really are their parents, you moron.
Yep.
Now, granted, some of them have come with their parents and they are reunited. And I am sorry. But a day, a week, or even a month of that kind of inconvenience is a hell of a lot better than a year or a lifetime being forced as a sex object. So thank you very much, Neal. All right.
Has he ever watched the opening of Scarface?
Courtroom sketch artist just illustrating. Okay, that was a share. At USPS, Ron Johnson, what does each sorting machine cost? Is the price between $50,000 and $100,000? How many human beings' work hours do sorting machines replace? If you don't know the answer to this question, how could you possibly be the Postmaster General? How could getting rid of efficient sorting machines save time or money? If you were approved of by the unanimous vote, and how do you compare your experience against people who have worked for the post office and the people you have fired? Are you aware that the post office is not a profit-making institution, but a service guaranteed by the Constitution, and this service is a priority, not for profit? Are you a contributor to Donald Trump's election? Okay. Neal Adams. Pardon me, but the reason why these sorting machines were being broken down isn't anything to do with the election. More people, and as somebody who just started up a business that does this, are sending packages rather than letters, which a lot of these were there to sort. So they're taking them down. They no longer need them. It is just efficiency. That is it. It was nothing to do with the election. Simmer down now. It didn't start under Trump. It's not going to end under Trump. And yes, we know that the post office isn't supposed to be a money-making venture. That's fine, but it still has a budget. All righty.
I mean, they make money from you and I. We're mailing stuff.
He retweeted from Midtown Comics, first full-length FF story ever illustrated by Neal Adams and written by Mark Waid, no less, next week. All right, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. At MSNBC, Breaking Mitchell reports, D-Joy is lying to you. All your media friends and Democrats are suckers. Stupid hick suckers. You're helpless in the hands of the Mafia Senate. You report the news as if it were a joke while America is being destroyed.
Have a good night, Tina.
Have a good night. Whether to ask for photos, demand responses, call the effing sheriff, get these criminals arrested, listening to intelligence officers is like listening to whining dogs that haven't been fed. You are pitiful and helpless. You can't even give us the news. Unless it's entertaining or charming or exciting, America wants fact-checker whistleblowers' photographs, letters from post office employees, and you idiots need to read the letters. You are not a report. You are an American. You are fighting for your country. Damn it, I have never seen such a lazy band of do-nothing broadcasters who don't realize they are holding the dice in the game of saving America. I am so ashamed of you media people. Look at these reporters interviewing citizens. Where is their typewritten list of lies from Donald Trump to face them with? Nowhere. They are children. Give them lists, for Christ's sake. You people make me sick. Do your jobs. Holy Toledo, ladies and gentlemen, it seems that the media is not far enough to the left for Neal Adams.
remember, they were all like, we don't believe Kavanaugh and all stuff, but Biden gets accused, Clinton gets accused. Oh, we side with these two guys. It's come out bad. Like, well, we just so he sniffs kids' hairs. It doesn't mean that guy talks about the gold hair in his legs. I mean.
And the kids just love to talk.
Kamala, Camel, Joe, I don't know, Joe Camel. Harris, at the Democratic, and when they're doing the primary stuff and all their little thing debates, remember she said this guy is a racist and a pervert. It's just like, I believe the women. Now she's the VP. Oh, I never said that.
In Neal Adams' defense, CNN is getting a little too pro-Trump for my tastes.
Let's see.
It rained today, but it didn't rain enough, so I blame Trump.
Okay, here we go. One more out rant here. At Simonata. Instead of just asking us for money, why don't you listen instead? Why doesn't Biden talk about the economy? Obama, he and Elizabeth Warren saved the whole economy of the United States and left Trump with a massive growth curve. Trump took credit for this. And, okay, yeah, I'm definitely talking about this. Then declared a 25% tariff war on China and took our economy to zero growth for a full year, making promises he could never and did never fulfill. Now, as Trump turns his back on the economy is recovering, and Biden and the Democrats will be and can be the creators of massive growth in this economy, while Donald Trump finds new ways to make people die. Hold up the economy and suck in the excess for himself, which he continues to destroy his own business. Why does Biden and the Democrats allow Trump and the Republicans to take 1 ounce of credit for the economy when it was the Democrats who saved the economy? What is wrong with you people?
You know what he's upset?
Hold on. Okay, go on ahead, and then I'll jump in.
About the whole growth thing. Yeah, no one was buying Neal Adams books. That's why I didn't see any growth at all.
Maybe that's it. Okay, in all honesty, Obama is literally on record as saying 2% growth is good. Don't buy into that, because I know that was the thing when the economy was booming before COVID, and it's COVID, not Donald Trump. That
it came back.
Hold on just a sec. When it was the economy was booming, that was Trump. I'm sorry, gang, but you need more than 2% growth to have that kind of economic boom. Alrighty, gosh, I just want to continue. I mean, that is one whole show actually with Neal Adams sometimes. It really is. In the comments, LOL, Biden is a loser. It'll be torture watching him debate. If he won't debate, I don't see it happening.
Nope.
Neil Adams says the gift that keeps on giving. Says Parker.
We should cut out a segment, edit it, and have like do. Shit, Neil Adams says.
I know, right? Neil Adams says.
Or do
with the Benny Hill music playing.
Or no, here, do the Batman thing where it spins.
If only every American had a mailbox. I know, right? He should let a few families live with him since he cares so much. This cool comic guy. Neil Adams is right. The post office is a money-making operation. Funny how they all blame Trump, but want to vote for a guy who's been the issues for 40 years. We hate Trump. Let's vote in an old white rich racist instead. My favorite thing to point out, and I've done this a couple times, and people shut right on up because they'll talk about how all the lives, Trump killed 178,000 people. Really? So how many lives would Nancy Pelosi's party in Chinatown have saved? Because she's on record as saying Trump's lying. Let's come to Chinatown and have a party. So many people were. Biden called him a racist and said, hey, you could go to China right now. And you should. Okay, how many lives would that have saved?
You don't forget de Blasio. Come to New York. Everything's fine.
Zach, I'm glad I made it for shit, Neil Adams says. Kamala Khan can't be underage. Also, I believe not a U.S. No, she is. She is.
No.
By the way, Trump was not the person that asked that or said anything. He was asked the question about the rumor. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that, but it comes from a reporter. He said that the reporter was somebody he knew, and everybody said that he gave credence to it, and giving credence then became he said it himself, and he never did.
She didn't. What it was that both her parents were here on the visas, and then she was born here. That's how she goes. That allowed them to stay in the country because she was born here.
It's called an anchor baby, which
exactly. That's what she is.
Which now has become a derogatory term because they said it is. Obama says Trump couldn't fix it. Then he said he was the reason Trump fixed it. He did, and you know what? I like I said, I pay attention to my wife a lot, and she was struggling her ass off under Obama. And when Trump, we had the Trump economy. 2 jobs, enjoying them both, kicking all sorts of ass.
She says read the full comments. So I believe plus those big fists are sucky superpower. So, only when her knuckles drag the ground. Right?
Let's see. Or Cuomo forcing old people in nursing. Yeah, I hear that all the time as well. Except for guys, it's the government and it's the governors and the mayors. That's who you should be looking out for.
That's what we need. Marvel needs to go and Kamala Khan, her mother's, and have her mother be Kamala Harris.
Right. Let's see. Oh, freaking hell! One more, and then we'll call it. Why not? Okay, here we go. Let's see. At the Democrats, instead of just asking, okay, what? No, I did read that. All right.
Rob Liefeld.
Rob. Okay, and then they actually have comic book talk. All right, so that was the end of this episode of Shit Neil Adams Says. Dun dun dun. Yeah, you're right. I got to have a theme song for that.
So,
Neil Adams Says.
When Obama said those manufacturing jobs, they're not coming back, I guess that was code for they are coming back for the next guy, but I planted the seed. Maybe that's what Neil's talking about.
Maybe. Yeah. Go figure.
Jobs already come back. Numbers are going up.
Have a good day, computer guy.
People are hiring like crazy right now. Yeah.
Well, some places right now over here we're having a little bit of trouble because the part we're a tourist town. So right now the only people that are going out and enjoying the parks and all that are annual pass holders like myself. A lot of people around the country are just too nervous to come down on vacation.
Right now, we're waiting for Governor Evers. Such a nice guy. To drop the hammer and say private schools have to stay closed because guess what? He said public schools are not going to open this fall. So, and Trump said, well, if you don't open the public schools, we're not giving you any federal money because it's a waste of money. Yeah, there's no people in school. So people who want to have their kids in school well, guess what? If you don't leave your kids in school, they develop social anxieties. They don't know how to talk to people in the real world. They don't want them to grow up to be keyboard warriors.
Well, the CDC and 67,000 pediatricians said it's okay to be back in school. None of that matters until November 3rd.
Fauci and Birch said it's safe because for what we're doing around, it's safe to go vote in person too.
You notice the left isn't propping them up nearly as much as they were.
I wonder why.
What happened?
So right now there's a huge surge in people going to the private schools here. There's even companies giving advertisements. We got one today. Said, here, buy your books here if you want to homeschool your kid. You get a great deal.
Do you know what Rutherford County said? They wanted the parents to sign a waiver promising not to monitor their kids while they were in.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Bull crap.
Shit.
Now you know what, I wasn't going to, but now I really want to. Is that would be my attitude.
I mean, it's like they're trying to throw the election at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no faith. I have no faith that Donald Trump's going to win the election.
Why would a teacher be upset if a parent's there, in the background listening what's going on? Are you teaching them something that's not you're not supposed to be? Are you trying to indoctrinate them?
Yeah, seriously. That's exactly
it. That's just conspiratorial thing.
The one thing I have a problem on as far as doing the Neal Adams says is I keep hearing that one quote. And it's even Republicans buy tennis shoes. I'm thinking, even Democrats like comics, but you know what? We get onto this, it's like, God dang it. And then
I feel Neal Adams only likes his comics. I don't think he likes anybody else's comics.
Yeah. No, what I'm saying is when we talk politics on this channel, I always get that way.
Oh.
Let's see. Tennessee wants parents to sign a paper saying they won't. Yeah, we just talked about that, Maranya. It's just.
So let me bring it back to comics. So you are looking forward to the Wade Adams book this week?
Yeah.
Do you, without reading it, percentage that you will end up being disappointed? What do you put it at going in?
Okay, knowing that I myself, years before anybody else near Comicsgate or OG Comicsgate or anybody else said, I'm the one that started it. Be careful what you wish for, even though knowing that I understand that I'm going to be somewhat disappointed because these guys have left their heyday. I would say probably about 75% that I will be disappointed.
My mind, when I heard about this, my mind instantly flashed back to remember the Avengers, 17.1 or whatever thing that Wade and Kitson did about 5 years ago.
No,
where it was a 4-issue miniseries that took place right after Cap's kooky quartet started. They shoehorned more issues in between issues, and it was a massive disappointment because they couldn't, like Hawkeye was a complete jagoff, and they could, he instead of being a jerk, he was just the other three members of the team should have killed him. He should have been Niedermeyered.
I am very much wondering how much of Neal Adams says is going to end up in that book. Mark Wade, we also, and part of this, I may not be disappointed because they may go so far that it is so bad, it's entertaining.
I can't wait to the day that Neal Adams comes and copyrights you for all you quote tweeting him.
Now there is a chance. I said, Now the bad part is, I suspect that Brian Augustin keeps Mark Wade in check when they do those Archie books together. Either that or he writes it all and Wade just lends his name thinking it still means something. Now maybe it's you get two guys that are so far left that they forget to be left in this book.
They're so far left, they're back to right.
So I'd completely dismissed it. I wasn't even thinking about buying it, but now I'm kind of thinking, it's going to be $5 at least. That's a problem because it's Marvel, and
so we've all seen the guy who had going to start because of COVID. He has like the circle Barry around him. He's got his head or something. It's like streamers, and he's got like a thing, a tire or something Well, I've been seeing people coming up to our middle school here as either on their teachers or what. Those plastic zipper comforter bags you get, you put your comforter, your blade comes in?
Yep.
they do that. They put a strap on, and they put it over their heads, over their arms stick out. That's what I'm like.
Zip and tape.
It's zipped up. It's zipped up. I'm thinking like, all right, I guess we'll just, it's survival of the fittest. You'll just die first.
Did you hear what the CDC apparently announced today, that if you are asymptomatic, if you're around people that are asymptomatic, you don't really need to go get tested yourself. So apparently this, it must be lessening in severity to the point to where, it might, if we weren't close to an election, let's say if this were 2019, we'd probably be getting closer to taking the masks off.
We would have. And the thing is also, and I've said this to Gail so many times, if somehow Biden wins, if the Democrats actually end up stealing this election the way everybody believes, does anybody actually believe that Joe Biden has a chance? I don't even believe it when I'm reading it on Twitter. Oh, Joe Biden, you're such an inspiration. No, he's not. When? They were saying, like, even before he came out and did a speech that actually sounded like he remembered how to talk, people were saying, you're such an inspiration. He's been in his freaking basement. Hold on. I'm done. Okay. So anyway, the amount of crap that Trump took, because what ends up happening is the Secret Service sees people blowing shit up and burning shit down across the street. They say, sir, you have to go now. And they carry him, if they need to, down into the bunker. And the crap that he got for that, when I don't know, I wasn't there, but I'll bet money that he was told to go down there. And for the last 6 months, Biden has been sitting in his basement, occasionally showing up to ramble about nothing on freaking Skype.
Oh, unless it's a regular.
I'm seeing messages that say, oh, he's such an inspiration. To do what? Buy better dentures?
I love it. Do you like the fact he gave the same speech from 4 years ago when he was VP, and then he also gave the Reagan speech?
I can't say anything. I've repeated the same story over and over again myself. So.
I'm waiting till he goes 7 years ago.
It's I don't know anybody who is really they're not, but nobody's voting for Biden anyway. If they're voting against Trump, it's because they're against Trump.
Yeah.
Remember Biden said he knew the founding fathers. He was friends with them.
They're not. I mean, they have no choice. I mean, they have to at least give the illusion of rallying behind their candidate. But there's no enthusiasm. Mm-mm. I mean, even the people saying he's inspirational, it sounds canned.
It really does.
Brady, you know what's going to happen? We're going to get the Lee Harvey Oswald second.
No, we're not.
No.
No, they can't. Okay, there's nobody on planet Earth safer until November 3rd than Joe Biden.
There's already been, by the way, like 25, 26 assassination attempts on Trump's life.
I'll just say this. The guy, alt-right leader, did backed Biden.
Yeah, I saw that, Richard Spencer.
That video is true. How is anybody surprised at this? That one that's like, I'm a woke person, I'm a racist, and I believe that. Hey, you know what? I do too. Yeah. They came out. It's true. The racist and the woke, they agree on everything. So of course Richard Spencer is going to come out.
You can't vote for me. You're
told
racist.
You Ryan Long was funny. No, I said and I'll tell you why, Venk. I think the goal, the Hail Mary is if somehow they dupe America into actually electing this old fool, then they can install Kamala Harris. If something were to happen to him, even on November 1st, nobody is going to, not even Democrats are going to vote Kamala Harris into office. She was the first one out of the clown car. She was destroyed by Tulsi Gabbard. In case somebody was wondering why she wasn't invited to speak at the DNC.
Yeah.
And, now, as much as they would like her to be president, they know that she could never get elected. So they have to have her replace Biden because, like I said, no chance that, she could, win any kind.
If Biden gets voted into office, even the Republicans are going to protect Biden.
Who becomes president? Pelosi, if the vice VP, and
that's actually what everybody's afraid of. What's going to happen is they want mail-in voting because it's going to cause such a pause on the election night, and if nobody's picked, they say that Pelosi's going to become president for a short time.
Oh.
That's what they're saying. That's what I've heard. I don't know. I'm not a constitutional lawyer.
That would have to, then that means it would have to drag on past January 20th.
But yeah. That's that I've heard a rumor that that's the goal. But once again, rumor, and I am not a constitutional lawyer. I don't know how that exactly works. I just heard it and I'm repeating it.
There'll be 3 people Betty White's age counting all the votes of the country just to make sure it drags out past that.
There you go. Yeah, Dominic, you missed the Neal Adams says, not right now. We're just on to this. We did discuss Olivia Wilde directing Spider-Woman. Okay, yeah, I'm fine with it. But I think they announced the Silver Sable. Comic book guy says he said he would bring back manufacturing. Oh, yeah, Joe Biden, everything that Trump said in his original campaign, that's what Biden's campaiging on.
Yeah.
So Biden's going to bring the manufacturing jobs back?
Apparently.
Should somebody tell him they're already back?
How about this? I mean, nobody. I would have loved to watch this report or watch this interview. Yes, because we're gonna build back better. Are you saying you're gonna make America great again? No, we're gonna build back better.
Well, they're gonna build all those cities that got burned down.
Isn't that just saying make America great again? No, you're not getting it. You're not getting it.
No.
Make America great again.
That's code for burn.
Yeah. So what are you doing? Well, we're going to bring back manufacturing jobs. Well, Trump's already, but no. He's been doing different manufacturing. We're going to be doing this. So yeah, I would have loved to have seen that interview.
The only thing the left can manufacture is outrage. You don't need factories for that.
Yeah, and he just hasn't handled this disease as well, and so how many lives would you have saved by having people go to China and keep the border open?
Excuse me, I have a question for these people. So who killed the other 600 and something thousand that have died around the globe? I mean, if Trump is the only one that's mismanaged this in the world, did he kill them too?
It's Trump's fault all the way around, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, it's ridiculous. I would love to see just one interview where somebody's actually pressing these people. That would be so much fun.
Did you watch Crowder's thing? He had Kick-Ass on there. Did you see him at the change my mind?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And the kid trying to rev the dirt bike, and then he killed it because he don't know how to work a clutch.
Yeah, I agree with Cleveland. By the way, Olivia Wilde should be cast as Spider-Woman rather than directing, but what you gonna do? She directed that Booksmart movie that everybody fell in love with.
I would rather have Jamie Alexander come back as Jessica Drew.
Jamie Alexander?
Sif, originally?
Oh, yeah, okay.
After Blind Spot's gonna be done soon.
Yep.
Yeah, my nephew really liked Booksmart, but then I found out he's become a far left activist.
There's this thing I heard, it's called Clapter. It's like that now these comedians are doing, and I guess that's the kind of movie because it's not a funny film, but it hits all the right notes. I got to say, no, Carrie Fisher's daughter's in that, and she is funny all the way through, but she's the only funny thing. And but I get it. Oh yeah, you said that, and we love that.
Yeah, but here's the problem with for guys our age, like trying to watch comedies like that. 99% of the things that we find funny is off of the table for that generation.
That's true. That is true.
So they find things funny that you and I would just sit there like statues, because it's not actually funny, but it's like the comedians going on stage and going, Trump, am I right?
Yeah,
I would rather have Norm Macdonald and David Spade sit down, Mystery 3000, and just watch movies and just do commentary on them.
That would be
better than the movies.
Gail even finds a lot of this stuff unfun. Like she enjoys old classic comedies and such like that. Not all, but some. Guys, I've got to shut this down. It's time to go.
I can imagine Norm Macdonald. Norm Macdonald. Every guy's like, look at that guy. He looks like an ex. I don't want to say goodbye.
He does.
No, go on ahead. Let him finish the thing. Because
I was just gonna say, imagine if Norm Macdonald was in there doing a Mr. Sensor. He'd be like, "Look at that guy. He's an asshole."
I think they should. I think they should cast Norm Macdonald as Spider-Woman. Let Olivia Wilde direct that. Now
That's
that would be a
subverting
movie I would think.
expectations.
There you go. Yes. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. It is time for me to go. So once again, thanks for the super chats. Venkman and Eric, thanks for hanging out as well. Although I did notice that Eric never pulled up a back issue for a review. We'll catch that later. And as always, gang, thank you very, very much for watching. Have a good night.
Good night, kids.